had to squeeze in one final thrift trip before this big snowstorm hit, and I'm so glad that I did because this store delivered. They had a whole aisle filled with craft supplies, which they don't always have because all their displays are seasonal. So they must have known that the seasonal depression girlies yearn for the crafts on this 47th week of January. I found myself scouring through a bunch of stickers because I love them for my junk journal. I don't know about you guys, but when I was little, I was the kind of person that would just like hoard stickers and not put them on anything because it nothing ever felt right. So I've just been using stickers a lot in my junk journal, and I think they're so fun. So I was looking for like some fun, colorful ones. And the ones that I ended up taking home were not this Last Supper one or the second Last Supper one that I saw. But there were actually these like highlights for kids vintage stickers. And then I found these like dimensional letter stickers that I really like. I like a little bit of texture. And then I found these camping stickers because I really like the colors. As I was digging around, I was also blessed by the thrift gods to find all of these different rhinestones, which is convenient because my whole life just happens to need bedazzling. I ended up taking home the black, white, red, and silver, some of which I may end up using on my next manicure if they're not comically large. And then I conveniently found this tiny little case to help organize them so I don't have to keep the loose bags. This was a really great day for my junk journal because in addition to the stickers, I also found this whole bag of washi tape. This is my second time scoring a bag full, so people must just get sick of them and just donate them. So that one came home with me. The store also had a lot of craft kits out, which make really good gifts or projects for like a random Tuesday when you don't want to drop 60 bucks on a Lego kit. And I saw this like tie-dye kit, which I thought was kind of cool. Probably not something that I would use. But then they also had this like resin kit. I was a little worried that it probably was like expired or something, so I didn't pick that one up. And then they had this like huge box of clay, but I poked it and it was like a little bit too stiff, and so I didn't want to take any chances on that. Plus, I have like regular clay already, so probably didn't need that. They had tons of yarn too, which I have a lot of. And then I looked through some home decor and I found these like gravy boat geese. So if you're interested, those are still there. And this vase, I thought this vase was so cute, the shape and the color. But I have so many vases already, and some I've made, some I've thrifted. And if I don't have any self-control, then I would come home with literally everything. I also saw this clown. For some reason, he caught my eye. Love the fit. I have the same pants myself, and I always love a good trinket. And then I found this new with tags lamp from Marshall's. It was a super cute bow with like a giant globe bulb, but I ended up leaving that for someone else because I have a lot of lamps and I recently learned how to make them myself. Oh my gosh, then I found this super cute cigarette case and I stood there racking my brain trying to think of a reason that I needed to take this home with me, but I don't smoke, so I left that one for someone else too. Then I turned a corner and I found a whole second aisle of craft supplies, and I ended up finding this bag of like cursed meme stickers for like $3. So I took that home with me, obviously, gonna spice up the junk journal and maybe leave them places that they don't belong. Finally, on my way out, I found this whole bolt of linen for like $7. And when Joanne Fabrics closed, I had bought a couple patterns, one of them being a jumpsuit. And I've never made that before, but I think this might be the fabric for that project. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it. I am well stocked now for a weekend of crafting. And of course, whenever I got home, I had to let my quality control inspector do her job. And we passed. So that's all for now. Bye.